welcome to Bickering Book Reviews. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Becky.
And today we're talking about In the Penalty Box by Lynn Rush and Kelly Ann Blount. And we got this off of Edelweiss. Right? Okay, just checking. All right, so this is about Willow, who had this terrible Achilles heel injury. She was on the trajectory to go to the Olympics, and then she has this terrible injury that she's been rehabbing. She lost all of her sponsors, lost her spot on the team kind of thing, had to go back home kind of where she grew up and continue to take part in PT and all that stuff. And she's ready to get back out there, get back to her where she was on her team, get back with her sponsors, get all of that together. But it's just not kind of gelling as well as it should. And so what she does in the meantime that it takes to get back to where her actual position, she starts hanging out with these hockey players and starts helping them on pickup games. And she also starts kind of getting flirty with their team captain, star scorer Brody, who is super sweet. He has to deal with a lot. His little brother has really bad asthma and goes to the hospital a lot for it. His mother was killed by a drunk driver, and his dad is kind of in and out of the picture, but not a great role model. But the two of them are actually starting to work together. He's really training her to become a hockey player because their goalie, before she showed up, had a really bad injury himself, and he can't play any longer. And she has the instincts and is really good. So he's trying to get her onto the team so that he can kind of uplift the team so that they can kind of go to state and he can get into Boston College to play hockey like all of the men in his family have done years past. But of course, they're on the same team, or when they get on the same team, they're not allowed to date or anything like that because that would cause too much drama for the team. And inevitably, when they're told that they can't date, then things get even more flirty. So it's just like this romance book between a figure skater turned hockey player and a hockey scoring machine. That's really all you need to know about this one.
So I liked this book, but I didn't love this book. And I think that there were some issues. First of all, it's 400 pages long.
It is really long. It definitely felt like I was reading in place sometimes.
Right. And I just, I don't feel like their relationship moves fast enough for it to warrant 400 pages. I don't think, I see enough of them developed as a romance. If there was more...
I think it's the characters. I think that there's a good foundation there. There's a good structure there. But for whatever reason, they don't push out of it and explode and become characters that you feel in real life or want to spend more time with. I like Willow and Brody together. I think they're flirty and fun, but yeah, I could have used more romance. I could have used more steam between the two of them.
And I got really sick, of Brody's family issues. It felt unnecessary. And, it got to, when it was just, a mild issue, I'm like, oh, okay. His father has a drinking problem. And then by the end, it was, soap operaville.
Yeah. As it continued on, the ending got a little...
Yeah.
A little too over dramatic for me.
And Willow's ending did not work for me.
And I'm not in a good place with that.
No.
But I enjoyed it, and actually I can only think of movies where the hockey player turns figure skater, but I can't think of movies where a figure skater girl turns hockey player. Can you think of any movies like that?
Isn't that one of the Mighty Ducks movies?
There is a character that does that, but no solidly teen rom-com or just rom-com in general. I want that. I want this as a movie. And I actually think it would work better as a movie.
So Julie Cross has a series that's a high school hockey romance series. And I'm trying to remember if one of those had a figure skater, but there is one of those where there is a female hockey player. And I liked that so much more.
I need those movies. I need that as a movie. I need it.
Right.
But and so I figure if anybody can think of a movie where it's like female hockey player in general, like you would be that person. But you out there watching, if you can think of a female hockey player movie that's a rom-com, please let me know because I would really like to watch that.
Yeah, because I've seen all the cutting edge movies, and I don't think even any of those does
I
that.
mean, I love Cutting Edge, but no, that
But
is
I've watched all, like, there's like 4 of them.
oh, yeah, no, I haven't gone that route.
Yeah. Um,
Is
but
there
no,
anything else you can think of?
no, just like it had potential, but it just didn't hit it out of the park, and it was okay, but I've
Well, I
read
remember
better.
the brother was problematic. That
Yeah,
he
so he
read
has this little
younger than he
brother.
was.
Yeah, the little brother's 8 years old and has very bad asthma, and to me, he came across like a 4 or 5 year old.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, and like the pieces were there, but it's almost like it's not all the way cooked.
Yeah, it was almost there. Like even the side characters, Preach and Jessa, like I wanted to know more about them. Like there were
Oh,
other
I'm sure there's
characters
going to be another book.
that I would be okay with spending more time in that world. However, yeah, it needs to bake a little bit more. Like it's
Right.
almost there.
Yeah.
Like halfway done.
And like I
But it's
said, I don't know. And
actually 75% done.
I don't know if I would have liked it better if I hadn't just so totally loved Julie Cross's books, which are through the same publisher. And it's funny because those were like, they advertised them as like cutting edge crossed with Friday Night Lights, which I felt was fitting for those. But that they said that about this book too. And I don't see the Friday Night Lights part of it at all.
I don't know anything about Friday Night Lights, so I really can't speak to that. So I don't know.
Um,
All right, well, are we ready to rate it then?
we are.
Okay, so our rating scale goes from 5 unicorns down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it doesn't get a horn, it's not magical, and is therefore a horse. Where are you?
I'm at a 3. Like it was fine. It had good bones, but it just didn't get to awesome.
Like as we're talking, I'm thinking 2.5. We don't do half, so I think I'm just gonna stick with the 3 because I do love stories like this, and I will read more in this world. Like I enjoyed it enough, and I would recommend it. Like yeah,
I think if they cut 50 pages and made the narrative tighter and more like direct, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more.
yeah.
So
Okay.
that is where we are in the penalty box, and we'll see you around.
All right. See ya.
Bye.